Okay. Oh my goodness, I actually can't tell if this is live or not. What is going on? Anyway, I'm just going to do this, and if it records, it records. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And, oh well. I can't be bothered with the technology today. I can only do what I can do. Right, so I've got a brace on my hand at the moment, and I've got something wrong with my thumb joint. So I'll head off to the doctor next week, but it's just very, very stiff. So I'll just take it off for the time being. And I've got a gorgeous shirt on, which I really would like to show you, but because everything is going a bit crazy with the technology here, here we go. Wait a minute. I'll say hello up here. Oh, look, I've got a Frida shirt on. There we go. Oh, yes, I can see it's recording. Hello. Oh, it's just too much for me sometimes. Just the technology, not the art part. That's the fun part. Okay, so I have to make a video just swatching out these colours for you, and I thought we could do it together. And I've already done a little video that's on the website of the the HUEnique watercolours, but we might do that as well. So what I'll do, I'll activate these right now, and the best way to actually do it, I was just going to spritz it, but in reality the best way to do this, now we have different gifts from time to time. Hey Sandra, hey Babs, hey Jenny. And this is one of our little, you can actually buy the little butterfly bottles, but we also have them as little gifts. A little bit of water in there, just pop that on them. They activate very, very quickly, but always with metallics, if you give them a little bit of time to do their thing. So let's have a little look through here. Where am I going to? I've got a little bit of gorgeous business happening on here with the metallics. This is pixel pens mainly, Layercake. Just having a look in this little, it's food truck. I love this girl. This was a little journal that I made during the workshops that I had here at JDHQ, which I'm just about to start setting new dates for those, for the next lot, maybe for April. Let's see how we go. And I'm at JDHQ, so if you can hear things in the background, that's parcels going out all over the world. So we've got our Freedom Mania. Oh, but can I really do well, I'm doing a video for you with this just helps me to remember not to bend my thumb. I'm trying not to bend my thumb for 3 days. I can't really bend it anyway, so I'll take that off though, because it looks a bit ugly. Right, so we've got the Layercake colour wheel in the new Freedom Mania colours, and they're gorgeous. So let's do a little swatch. Big swatch, little swatch. I'm not sure. I think we'll start with the turquoise. Brand new and absolutely gorgeous. So I might do a little swatchy on here, but then I might start doing a little bit of a painting on here. Gather the thoughts. Yeah, so I won't do too much detail today, just because I've got this impediment. So this colour is called Cocan, which is a place that Frida loved. It's a beautiful part of Mexico. I've been to Mexico 1, 2, 3 times. Yes, loved it. Mexico City, the Yucatan, and oh my gosh, it's a really traditional looking sort of a tourist town. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I've always had a really nice. Oh, and actually, I did do a walkover at from Arizona to Mexico once. Like where, like it's one of those border towns. Sort of, you go through the customs over a bridge kind of thing. This was a long time ago. And I kept accidentally buying things. Like I would look at something and the next thing it would have been bundled up in my hands, and I'd be told that I was buying that. I was like, oh, well, okay, well it is very nice. Okay then. Yeah, posing with donkeys, all that kind of stuff. Very fun. Hello, hello. So this Casa Azul is this colour, which is the name of Frida's house. And I feel like I've just jumped in midway, but what I'm just doing here is just swatching out some colours. And we've got Frida HUEnique kicking off. The prompts are on my blog. I've popped them up in our Facebook group. And this colour here is Everything's Rosy, which was Frida's favourite lipstick. And you can, oh, I forgot to put the swatch there. I'll put this one here. This one here, which is Revolution, or Revolution, is, God, it has got a tiny bit of sparkle in it. Just a little tiny, just to make it extra, Look at these gorgeous colours. That is a nice pink. So this little colour wheel is great as a colour mixing palette as well. Oh, there's a nice little orange being mixed in there. Oh. And let's get this green happening as well. Just, oh, this green. Now the reason I've got the green in a mixing palette, usually you would have mixing colours, but the reason I've got that green is because other than mixing a lime green, having a lemon yellow and a warm yellow, I just find it, you just don't need. This is such a gorgeous yellow, and the reason is you can't mix this kind of green with this kind of yellow. I need the lemon yellow, but I didn't want to put lemon yellow and the warm yellow in the one palette. It's just too many yellows for the amount that you're going to need them to mix and do other things. So I popped the lime green, and you're going to use that gorgeous lime green. You can change the tone of that if you need to. Now I've got this quite watery on here. I haven't fully activated the Layercake. So Layercake is a water media, so you can just use it like a watercolor, or if you activate it, you really do turn it into a gouache and a little bit beyond gouache. It almost goes into a pastel. So if you've got a thicker application, when it dries, a spray fixative, because it's almost like a velvety pastel type of thing. It's really, really cool. So let's do a little, I might mix these two. I'm just going to go in between them here on the palette. It's not going to hurt the paint at all. Make it a little messier, I guess. Get a nice deep purple happening here. Yes. I'm just having a quick look at this. So I can see that most of you are joining from Facebook. So that's cool. You can actually join the broadcast from YouTube. Oh, wait a minute, what did I just say? Most of you are joining from YouTube, but you can also join from Facebook. That's what I meant to say. Oh, look at this nice grayed off purple that I'm getting here. I'm going to have to just put my little hand thing on. Oh, I won't be able to use the video. That's all right, I'll just do another one later. Yeah, I've been, yes, really being a bit careful with my hand. I've never had pain in my thumb before. I don't like it. And I think it's from all the gardening. I'm just doing too much gardening. I did a lot of, I have been doing a lot of drawing though. Just overuse, hopefully. Hey Sydney, how you going? Yes, layer cakes are just so magical. They're really something else. I like these oranges and blues that I've got happening. I wonder if I can paint left-handed. I used to be able to. I was ambidextrous when I was little. I wonder if I can still do that. Let me just have a crack at that. Why not? Just swap my microphone around a little bit. We do it as an exercise in painting sometimes. And I've got this. This is Persephone or Demeter, the goddess of spring, in the art foamies. But she's very Frida-esque with all of her flowers and things. So I'm going to put that to one side. That could be a good one to use maybe while my hand is a bit sore. Do you have any other? I know Zandra, you have trouble with your hands, but do any of you ever had sudden onset? I don't know. I don't know. Well, that's why I'm going to go to the doctor. I don't know what it is. Might just go away. How gorgeous are these colours together? We love. Sorry, just using my little mouse here. Oh, my little crab claw. It looks terrible on this stupid thing. Hey Jill, hey Julie, how you going? Who is painting along with me? I think you should. So I'm going to just get my brush. I haven't changed the width yet. Might at some point. I'm just going to go between the two colours. So I'll have actually the blue and the pink. They'll be mixing, but I will have, see how I've got more on one side than the other? Doesn't that look cool? This is just one of the things that's kind of unique to the colour wheels, in that you can do that, and you can emphasize that more if you use a flat brush. So let's do that as well because it's kind of fun. So with layer cake you can use the watercolor brushes or acrylic brushes, doesn't really matter. But it likes both. So I have some brushes that are better for acrylic and some that are better for watercolor. But if I do this and load up my brush, I've probably got a bit too much water there, but see, I've got turquoise on one side, and so that's the Kayokan and Casa Azul on the other side. So let's do I just need to decide, do I want the blue on that side or the turquoise? I'm going to have a blue. Now just remember, I'm painting with my non-dominant hand. So it's not going to be not ambidextrous, as I've discovered. But this is going to be really good for my brain. Right? Oh, I wanted to make that look more like plaits. That's okay. Because it's layer cake, I can add my layers. But I love this orange here. I need a bit of that orange up there though, don't I? So the way I got that orange was really, it's just this very warm yellow, and I had a bit of the red in my brush already. So I just need a tiny bit of that red because the red is very powerful and strong. I'll just do a little swatch. Oh yes. But let's get a little bit of that orange in here. Bring it up the drawing a bit. So I'm working a bit slower than usual, sorry. Hey Kerry, how you going? Oh, Jill's here from England. Oh, I'm just having a quick look through the comments just to make sure I haven't got any, I'm not missing anything there. Oh, Julie's in hospital. Oh, can't be painting at midnight. Well, I hope that's not too serious, Julie, and that you are comfortable and we can keep you company. I don't think the nurses would think you were mad. They probably think you're mad anyway. They'll probably come and watch you painting. You can also just relax and sit and I wonder if I practiced enough, if I just would get better and better at drawing with my wrong hand. I wonder if I could get as good, or like as in control. I don't mean to call myself good. And oh, I had a brand new brush with Fame, I think there. Perfect. So now I'm just cleaning that off. And I'm sorry that I'm going so slowly. It's just until I get used to. Now I always do the big highlight on that side, but I might do it on this side. Then it goes with the eyes, I guess. I usually do the highlight on the eye if I'm not drawing from a reference, where the face is looking to, because it helps the eyes look, helps the illusion of the eyes looking off to that side, you see, if the highlight is on this side, on the direction that whoever you're drawing is looking off to. And then if that's where the highlight is, that means the light is shining on this side, so the highlight is on this side as well. So when I'm doing my highlight, I usually match my lip highlight and the eye highlight to each other. And I've just now realised that I do that atavistically, but that is why I do it. Okay, there we go. Learning today. Isn't that fun when you realise you do something and then why you do it? Okay. Art really is therapy, right? Not that I'm a therapist, but... And because my pen here is a bit mucky, that's going to be quite good in her eye colour. It makes it look very, well, I wouldn't call this realistic, but it adds a little, I don't know, tension. And then when this is clean and drier, I can come in and put some really specular white highlights on there as well. Now I'm really going to challenge myself. Drawing with a bigger, with the wrong hand, with a bigger brush is one thing, but drawing with the wrong hand with something fine, that's going to be, I wonder if that's going to be more difficult. I'm assuming that it's going to be more difficult already. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm worried unnecessarily. So these are Pixel pens, and oh, that red, because I put on just a very light wash, it's gone into this lovely pinky, and it's a little bit sparkly, so I'm getting a little bit of detail there in the eyes. Hey Crystal, how you going? Hey Beth. So just in case you're just joining us, I'm using my opposite hand, and as a little creative exercise. So I'm working a little bit more slowly, and everything's going to be a little bit more chaotic, but I wanted to create a little video of swatching out the new Freedom Mania Layercake. If you are just going to decide to get this, and if you haven't got the Tutankhamun, just the other color wheels that are on the website, you might like to think of adding them to your cart, because we're low on all of those, and I'm going to be doing new ones through the year, so they are all limited edition. Countenance isn't. I'll redo Countenance, I think, as it is. I'm not sure yet. I might change it a bit. And yep. Oh, and the gold. We'll just, the pot of gold we have to keep as is. Oh, I swapped back to my other hand. I needed more control. Okay. What about if I go dotty with that one? Where's my white dotter? Oh, and I've got this lovely colour here too. She's very intense looking. I don't know who she's, I think she's watching her sister flirt with Diego here. Or Diego flirt with sister. I don't want to. Use one and not the other. Okay, well, I am managing, but this is a real this is difficult. It's kind of fun. Scrapbook, it's about to give me an order of what I must keep. Yeah, I've got all sorts of little ideas of this and that for 2025 and beyond. Because this is all so messy, this is the ideal thing to try something with the other hand. And what I've got in here is II in the Dr. Ink pens. This is waterproof. The Pixel pens are water soluble, just in case you needed to know that. But I've mainly picked this up for the colour, because it's going to echo the pinks and reds that I've got here. So if you're going to be messy, just lean into it and let it be really messy. Oh, and I've got this lovely bit of neck here, and I'll give her some shoulders. Frida had lovely broad shoulders and quite a strong body type. She was slim, but she wasn't like a petite doll, do you know what I mean? Like she was had, you know, like muscle mass is the only way I can think of describing it. She wasn't really like a solid body frame. She was still petite, but not tiny. So strong neck, strong shoulders is what I always think. Strong jawline, strong features. Not that this is going to look, we're Frida-esque is how I would describe when I'm creating the idea of Frida, not photographic, because she wasn't, if you can imagine, bright yellow and bright blue. Let's add a bit of this yellow down here. Maybe just as a wash. I might use more of just the primary yellow. So this is a color called Los Fritos, which is the name of the students that she taught or mentored when she was a university art teacher. And that's what they called themselves, her acolytes, her mentorees, her proteges. Los Fritos, that's the name of this color. Imagine, and she was already, you know, quite the legend, certainly in Mexico. Oh, look at this. Like, imagine that's your teacher. Oh. Wouldn't that be cool? I wonder if there are any interviews online of people that studied with her. You know, they've been recorded. It'd be interesting to read, wouldn't it? Or listen to someone. I might use this white, maybe not a brand new one, maybe I'll use this bigger, thicker one, as a bit of a masking. How are we going for? No. This type we need to shake up. This has got Italian made pigment in it. So these are the most opaque. Oh, I just haven't activated it enough. And I can use this as whiteout, basically, as a correction fluid. Just to taper this shape here, and her mouth is very off kilter, so let's okay. Well, this is actually quite worthwhile as an exercise, you know, trying to draw with the wrong hand. Not wrong hand, your dominant. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Because the knowledge of how to do the things is the same. It's just the same brain. It's just you're not. You don't have the muscle memory. Oh, and I have got my HUEniques that I have activated already. They've been sitting, waiting there patiently. Let's get a little bit of those happening, shall we? I'll just wash out this brush a little bit more. And shall we do, come on Jane, use your other hand. I broke my arm when I was a kid once. Look at this colour. So I'm using this as a topper. So these colours are the HUEnique, I've called it a gem paint box because it's just all of the Euphoria, HUEnique, the Hue collection. Where are we? I've got them just here. They are in these really nice little clear containers. They come with the little swatch. What I should do is paint something cute on there, so when it's sitting it'll look cute. But anyway, that's the Utopia colours here, and the Euphoria was the original. Sorry, yeah, Euphoria is the original one, but I'm calling it a paint box. So this is the 60 whatever's colours. I have many in here, 60 something. Paint box, and then the Utopia is 48 new colours, and then the HUEnique is 6 new colours again, and then these are named after famous gems, so it's a gem colour box. And because we're painting a little Frida here, an homage, she wasn't afraid of gorgeous jewellery on too. Now I don't know if you can see the gleamingness of these, but if I move once it dries, I'll move this a bit for you. Ooh. A little sponge here. Oh, let's do some colour in the eyes for sure. So this is a Tosha Star. I might use this, and I don't have to paint right over. I'm just adding a little gleam inside. And this is gorgeous, this one, the Star of India. So these are all famous jewels. Some are mythical, some are real. So Pink Panther, for instance, is in the original film, the Pink Panther. The Pink Panther was a gem that was stolen, and the detective had to find, I always thought he was the Pink Panther, because then there were the cartoons with the Pink Panther. I love the Pink Panther. Oops, thought he was so cool. So this has got teal, purples, like a very, very warm purple, turquoise, the different colours, they're colour shifters. So where I've dropped that, just do this, add a little bit of colour. Add a bit of water rather. Oh, righty-o. Hey, Tony, how you going? Yes, I must look up a few more. Happy birthday, Christine, yay. Yes, we love Frida. So Frida HUEnique actually starts, I haven't got the list printed out here with me, but Frida HUEnique, the prompts are already up on my blog and in the group, so either at janedavenport.com or in our Facebook group, and I'll put them up on Instagram as well. It's just Instagram's too little to be able to see them. I really need them a bit bigger. Let's do this over the top. So this is Kohinoor, the Kohinoor Diamond. drawn. And usually the gems become famous if they're stolen or if there's some controversy about them, usually because they've been stolen. Either through a jewel heist or just through, you know, one country colonizing another, and, you know, the jewels have gone off, the giant gems. So sometimes they become notorious like that. We've got the Heart of Eternity, which was in the Titanic, hence the blue. Because it was under the water, into the icy blue depths. I might put a bit of this gold in there on this side. Might use that to kind of shade the nose. But the matte finish of the layer cake really bounces nicely off these particularly gleaming watercolors. I do have other color shifting colors, the Atlantis and Artificial Intelligence palettes as well, with different colors. So this might look a bit just boring on screen at the moment, but once it's dry, I'll be able to show you the gleamingness of the colours as they're dry. See the light catching it, because I've got strong lights here. It's like the colour is always activated, so then I have to turn it off and on so that you can see it. But metallics and gleaming colours like this, you can use to emphasize certain elements, but I think they're just fantastic, especially in an art journal or even a canvas on the wall, because as you move, or as you would in a room, or as the paper moves, in the case of a book or a journal, there's movement. That's the important thing, and that means you're going to have, when things move, you're going to have gorgeousness occurring. Gosh, these are beautiful. Yeah, there's purple and turquoise and this and that. Now I just need to control this eye here. So I might grab, has that got black in it or dark one? Yeah. This is going to be quite difficult for me. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I don't know if that's the case. It might not be. It might be super easy. I don't know. But let's just go in. So this is Black Forest from the Ice Cream palette. Might even clean that off while I'm here. It looks like I've been mixing a nice little deep skin tone directly on the palette there. So to clean watercolour off, to clean layer cake off, same thing. Just put a bit of water on and just lift off the colour that's sitting on the top, so that you can see the lovely colour underneath. Oops, swapped hands. Oh my gosh, this is so weird. I'm going to have to swap hands for a second. No, that hurts. Okay, no. She just looks very angry. How can I make her not look quite so angry? This is too emphasized. So, I might, if I go over, But with white, with that, I'm going to come in, so even though Frida had that monobrow, it was much lighter in the middle. So I'm just going to shape this a little bit more. Oh wow, what a difference that makes. I just want her to look serious, not angry. I don't want her looking out with anger at me. Not today. Huh, interesting. Oh, thanks, Beth. Yes, Bernadette, they are absolutely amazing. So these are the absolute original first ones. This layer cake palette here, it's ice cream. There's ice cream and rainbow cake. And then the new one is the Frida one in the colour wheel. So they're, those are more of a colour mood, and these are a colour, the bigger colour palette. You can see how different these two yellows are. Well, I'm hoping you can see how different, like I'm always trying to create new colours for you. So they're going to be similar because, you know, I suppose all yellows are similar, all reds are similar, pinks are similar, but these are different actual pigments and colours and tra-tra-tra. It's just an excuse to get them if you want them. Or you can say to yourself, I don't need every colour, I can mix it, it's up to you. I'm not saying nothing. I say I have to have everything, but you might not need everything. Me, I need everything. Okay, let's do this. Because I've got a bit of shading there now, I probably need to start building in. Oh, do I? Or do I? Because it's already so, the colours are already kind of weird. So I think I've started to like her, that's what's happened. And now I'm starting to get a bit fussy. But I do like these two colours, the purple and the pink with that brush. So which brush was that? This big one, okay. And I had the two between these two colours here. So let's do that again. So I'll be mixing a purple, but on one side of the brush I'll have a little bit more blue, and one side of the brush I'll have a little bit more pink. But really I'll be getting a purple. And then we might fold in some braids as well. By we, I mean me. Okay, what I can do with my non-dominant hand is swooping lines. I've discovered that. Oh, and I like where I've come over the metallic, over that beautiful Euphoria palette. That Atoya style. Oh my god, it's so pretty. And then the sparkle is shining through that super matteness. That is nice. That is very luscious. So we can make this purple. I'll put it here. Oh, if I go like that. It's more of a cool purple, a lilac purple. if I mix this one, which is like a French ultramarine, and this red, which is a vermilion with a little bit of sparkle in it, I'm going to get a very different purple. We're going into those bruisey, tattoo kink type purples, which I'm not sure if that would be a good idea on here or not. Let's find out. Oh no, it looks okay here. I'll just use this as my palette. If I don't move my hand much, maybe I can just do that. Maybe I can use this for definition. Yeah, what a beautiful colour. So it's almost going into a brown because it's also mixing up over these other colours, and I can use this in here to create a little bit of definition maybe. What a nice colour, huh? So we've got, and then there's all the purples in between. You can mess around with how much of the pink and how much of the blue, mixing into those. And also you can use this to mix your purple as well. You've got this, oh, and I'll pick up this. See how that's got a difference, more of a blueberry colour? Different purple by using the turquoise and the pink, and the turquoise and the red is going to make a purple as well. We're talking about quite an odd one. It'll be very grayed off, but I'll show you. Sometimes mixing mud, we think, oh, we don't want to mix mud, but sometimes mixing mud is very, very amazing. So this is what you're starting to talk about when you're talking about mixing mud, grayed off tones. But this is a very, very helpful colour, especially in palettes, because we need the light and the dark. We need the shadow. And look at this beautiful grayed off purple. That is gorge. So that's why I say this is a very, very good, it's been designed as a mixing palette, so it can help you learn about colour mixing, just even though it's just got these few colours in it. The other one that I've got that's a really good mixing palette is this little guy. So this one, so that one's got the more the like portrait palette, that's the secret ingredients, and this is the sweet treat. So you've got a cool mixing palette here, turquoise, lemon yellow and pink, and this is your deeper blue. These are different colors to what you've got in here, but they work in the same way. Obviously it's very well used. You've got your deeper blue, yellow, like your blue, yellow and red that you used at primary school to mix colors. This is what we learn with these colors usually, but these are what make beautiful colors. These give you your lilacs, your lime greens, and more corally pinks, and these give you more of like a leaf green, a bright orange, and a deep purple, like a royal purple. But again, this is a very, very good palette and for mixing. You've also got a beige, which is quite hard to mix up. Black and white we have to have, and you can't mix neon pink, so there's neon pink in there as well. Why not add that in here while we've got it out? A little bit of neon pink. I don't know if neon pink existed as a paint during Frida's time because it's more of a modern colour pigment. I'll have to investigate that. I don't know. She would have had Opera Rose perhaps, yes, but I don't know. But I'm sure she would have loved it. Given half the chance, I'm sure she would have grabbed a little bit of that. What do you reckon? And that's Layercake as well, those little travel palettes. So we've got a little bit of sparkle. I could certainly add a bit more. This is our range of purples, and on, you know, making it more intense, less intense, etc. Plus we've got a little bit of the Euphoria on there as well. I'm not saying that's the most beautiful Frida we're going to be drawing. We can make her look more beautiful than that. But I really felt like I've done pretty good with a little bit of a limiting factor. I can always de-wonkify her eyes and do a little bit of this and that once my hand is a bit better. What do you reckon? Well, my friends, I'm going to head off and not garden. Probably have done enough drawing for today too now. And yes, the beautiful new palettes and all everything else that I showed you are all on my website. So that's the new Frida Mania one. And yes, the new HUEnique watercolor palette. So we call this out all of the HUEnique colors. This is our budget friendly collection, but the quality of them is fabulous. The wonderful part of these is you don't have to know how to mix colors. That's why there are so many colors. I've already mixed them all for you, and you can just dive in to all of the gorgeous colors. It's the original swatch card. Look at them. Gorgeous. Yes. There's different formulas in them. So there are our little budget-friendly ones, because also the packaging is very stripped down light, which makes it great for travel. And then we've got our fancy watercolours, are the Book Truck and the Colour Library, which are these guys. But a little bit more advanced, a bit more of a learning curve with learning how to use these, is the other way of looking at it. So the HUEnique, the Utopia, a perfect place to start. And also, if you just love watercolor and color, and you just like to add colors to your life, well, yes, that's why I try and stay away from terms like beginner or advanced, because that doesn't make any difference with the art supplies that you use. To be quite frank, you can use anything you like, no matter what stage you're at. You're the artist, so you can decide what you want to do. Okay, I go to say goodbye, and I hope you have a fantastic day and that you go and do some art. Bye.